Welcome back to the next in our mini-series for Christmas, because it's nearly Christmas, of the 7 deadly sins and the 7 daily virtues. And we're here today following on from yesterday's value vacuum, where you do see these people, don't you? And you do sort of scroll through and see these people that are desperately striving, and they're putting themselves out there and they're trying day after day, and it just doesn't sort of resonate, it doesn't seem to work. And we don't want to do that. We really don't want to be that person that is there hustling away, trying so hard and doing all the things they see other people doing, and it somehow just falling a little bit flat. So today we're talking about the values and beliefs section. Now this is really cool, guys, because this is a really key part of your brain that guides you. Remember, we said that feelings are biochemistry. We said that every conversation you have, every interaction is biochemical. There's a thing that happens in your brain when you interact with somebody. There's a thing that happens in their brain. And the key thing is, the more we can understand about that, the more we can do better with our biochemistry. And we know for a fact, we've got the science now, that actually if we are authentic and if we come across with integrity, people buy more shit. Why wouldn't you want to do it? Why wouldn't you want to, apart from the key value of just being yourself anyway, because it's something glorious to know who you are, right? And here's the science behind it. If you know your value sets, if you know your top 2 key values, you can be way more effective in your delivery of your business, because everything, you check it against that value set. Does it resonate with these and these? No, bin it. And if you start down a path that isn't right for you, your brain and body just reject it. They just go, nah, it doesn't resonate, it's not for me. So do you know what your values are? Have you done a values map? So I'm introducing today, ta-da! I'm doing a free workshop for you all on the 22nd of December, and it's going to be about how you get clarity on who am I, what do I need to do differently, because I'm willing to bet you're all here online, you're all in the making, you're all doing something. You might have been doing it for a while like I have, or you might be new to it. I'm new to the social media side. I've been really lucky, and in a very blasé way, I've been able to get all my business from word of mouth for the last X number of years. I've never had to pay for advertising. I started trialling it this summer, and it was a shocking world to me, because it's just like, God, people tear you down, don't they? But I've dipped my toe in, I've had a look at it. But I'm here now pushing out on social media, starting podcasts, doing new things, because the thinking that gets you to where you are today isn't the thinking you need to turn the corner and jump up a level. I work with something called the Enterprise Prism, which is really important. It's about being an entrepreneur. Where are you? Are you a worker? Are you a survivor? Are you at that player level? And a couple of years ago, I moved up to that player level, and it was brilliant. But now I've got to move to that next level. I've got to jump up a level where I've got systems and teams around me, and it's not just me anymore. So I'm at that scale stage. So whether you're at dream, wish, plan, or scale, whatever stage you're at, this stuff is really powerful. And if you don't know this, guys, you will be at a disadvantage for next year, as the world changes again, as it's going to. And that's the one thing we know for certain, is that nothing is certain. So we have to get ready for next year. So, free workshop is going to be on the 22nd. There's a sign up link in the comments I'm going to drop in. And please go and put your name down so I know who to expect. And I'm going to be giving you some really cool stuff. I charge thousands when I go into big companies and train this at a whole sales team level. So you'll come away with a working plan of how to run your next year. You'll also come away having had a bit of a money breakthrough. We're going to be looking at those things that hold you back. So let's talk about values and beliefs. Let's talk about where they go. So we can start by thinking of, and I can show you my map actually. We can start by thinking of it as there's this central core thing of values and beliefs. And your core beliefs can be good or bad. They can either be good and propel you, or they're bad and they become limiting beliefs. And what we need to do is get to this you can, you will, end of story game. But you've got to remember, your values and your beliefs act like your GPS and your flight system. So they act like something that controls your trajectory. They control your path through the world. So the way to visualize this is you've got your plane on the runway, the nose is pointing in the right direction. But as soon as you lift off, as soon as you take off that runway, anything can happen, and it usually does. So a gust of wind blows you one direction off. A flock of birds takes off right in front of you, and you have to move one direction that way instead. Unless you have a mechanism for course correction, you will end up landing 500 miles time somewhere very different than what you intended. And I don't know the American equivalent, but that's like landing in Bognor Regis instead of Bali. And there is a massive difference in that destination when you get there if you haven't course corrected. How do we course correct? We refer to our belief system. Our belief system is the bedrock on which all of our strategy and our goals sit. You can't make strategy and goals that happen unless you refer back to this belief layer. It underpins, it's underneath everything we do. It's something that's deeper than a lot of the newer structures of our brain. Our belief systems also refer to our value set. It's like human Google. You think you're in control, right? Guess what? I've got news for you. 97% of the decisions you make come from your subconscious, not your conscious will. They come from your robot brain, not your judge brain. So they're happening before you even know you've got a decision to make. Isn't that crazy? So when you look at the way your brain does what it does every day, you suddenly realise you're just like a little walking robot going through the motions. Unless you take steps to make your brain work for you, it will be working against you. So come along to the workshop on the 22nd. I'll talk you through it. It's going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. It's a short investment of your time for a massive return on knowing what to do. There's going to be no blather. I'm not going to entertain you with witty stories. I'm going to cut straight to the chase and give you what you need. I'm going to talk you through exactly what you need to do differently. And we're going to have a look at your money playbook. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's got that thing when I say the words money is. There's a little voice, there's a little chirpy voice that comes up in your ear. So we need to look at that and we need to make sure we know what's playing. It's like if you're old enough, if you're old as I am, you put that record on the turntable, the needle goes on, it only goes one way. Round and round and round, in a circle to the middle. And that is exactly how your brain systems operate, is they just lead you to that end destination. Like we said about the buses, you choose whether to get on them. Yeah, you have a choice with your brain software. Do you go with what you've got now or do you upgrade? Let me tell you guys, you are designed for more than vanilla. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. You want more than you've been dealt as a default setting, right? I can show you how to do that. So that's what we're going to be doing on the 22nd. So sign up in the comments. I'm going to go and find the link now and pop it in there. And what we're going to do is start exploding these core beliefs that are holding you back and strengthening those core beliefs that are driving you forward. We think about it as accelerator and brakes. We're going to take your foot off the brakes and step hard on the gas. It's as simple as that. So I hope that sounds exciting. It's very difficult to make neuroscience sound sexy. I apologise. But if I tell you about the results, if I tell you you can reach those 10k months with ease when your brain is in alignment, if I tell you about my clients that are doing exactly that, and you can go and look on my LinkedIn page even, I think it's today, you can look at Chloe Hannigan, one of my very beloved clients. I've only been working with her since June. She just launched a clothing line. She has accelerated her business, and I think she's given me a lovely little testimonial today on LinkedIn. So, and there's a short video on there as well about your business brain if you want to look at that. I'll be talking about that later on in the series when we talk about flow. But thanks for coming, guys. I'm going to leg it because I've got feral children which are running wild upstairs that I've got to go and feed. And by the way, I want to just stress that what is on the inside is so much more important than what's on the outside. You might think you need to look all glossy. I'm here tonight with no makeup to tell you you don't. What's on the inside counts 100% more than what you look like in the outside. That 6 inches between your ears is where you've got the biggest work to do, because you get that bit right, everything else falls into alignment. So thank you for coming. Lovely to see you again, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye.